people that had never used any skincare product look like roasted potatoes when they grow older. I don't know if people don't see that.
I don't know. No, I don't know why people always say black don't crack in that way. Like, I understand that generally. Honestly speaking, to be fair, I know that because of our melanin, we have some extra protection. But melanin is going to give you a maximum of like SPF 6. And we're talking about SPF 30 to 50. So where are you going to get that rest of that? Where are you going to get it? From here?
Hi guys and welcome back to the blog. I'm Florence. My guest today is Desire Uba. She's a pharmacist and a cosmetic scientist. And when she's not working in the lab, she's helping people on Instagram with skincare tips, and she's also building a skincare retail shop in Nigeria called The Skin Store on Instagram, and you should check it out. Hi Desire, how are you? Thank you for being here.
How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. Desire, is there anything you want us to know about you?
Well, Desire, is there anything you want us to know about you? My name is Desire, like she said. I have my background in pharmacy, so I'm a pharmacist, and I am currently finalizing my degree in Europe, studying the European Master in Translational Cosmetic and Dermatological Sciences. It's an Erasmus Master. What else? I really love skincare. I really love cosmetics in general, and currently I'm working in a global cosmetics manufacturer in Italy. We make a lot of products. I can't really say what we do, and it's a really, really cool experience just to sit back in the everything and how things go on. I really, really do enjoy cosmetics in general. So that's in a nutshell sort of what you should know about Desire.
I think a lot of people like me knew you like after you got into the Erasmus Mundus program. So I want to know, like, take us through what that experience has been like for you.
The Erasmus program itself, right? Not the process before.
Yeah, the program itself.
The program itself, it's been an experience. Let's put it like that. I will try to make it as short as possible because there's only so much I can say about 18 months. Say that. Honestly, for me, it's been phenomenal. It has truly changed my life.
Yeah.
In ways that I could not even have imagined. Like, I met so many people from different countries. Like, my class were about 17 or even more countries. Like, by. And I just got to see that there are like human beings at the core of all of us. We're just humans. Like, we may look different from different places, different, but at the core of it, we're just all human beings trying to navigate life.
Yeah.
Also, I learned so much about what it feels like to be alone, because I don't have any family here. I don't really speak the languages here. So I've learned to really enjoy being with myself, even though I never really was a going out kind of person. But here, a lot more, I've had to learn a lot about being by myself. Also, I've learned that no matter what, you can get into certain rooms. The rooms where you feel like you don't deserve to be in, you deserve to be in them. Like, if you find yourself in a room, you deserve to be in that room.
Yeah, that's really true.
Honestly, I say this as someone that's the only black person in my class, the only black person in my office currently, the only black person most times I walk into a room. I'll be in the airport and I'm the only black person. I don't see it. I've learned how to not see it as a like challenge of sorts, because I feel like people see it as a challenge, but it's like, no, it's like I just learned how to be different but still incorporate myself into the place. Because if you stand out too much, then everyone is going to maybe not avoid you but treat you differently. But I don't feel any different. Of course, I may look different.
Yeah.
I can't. There's just so much, but it's truly been phenomenal. I've loved traveling. I genuinely love Italy as a country, and I would say that maybe I'm one of the lucky ones. I will get into in the future, like in the conversation eventually. But I haven't really faced a lot of like negative energy.
Wow.
I don't know if I'm just lucky. Maybe I'm an exception.
Yeah.
Because I know people say a lot about it, but maybe I'm an exception. I've only had like maybe one or two experiences, but I'm sure we'll get into that.
Yeah, we will. So, what would be your advice to people that are trying to get into this program one day?
Be yourself. That's
Yeah.
the most cliche piece of advice you've heard in your life. But truly be yourself, because I promise you, people can see when you're pretending.
Yeah.
That's one thing. You can see when people are pretending. So why do you think people can see when you are pretending? So people can see through you. So be yourself. I would also say that thing that makes you unique, speak. If it's your love for cosmetics, if, for example, this is just me. If it's your love for, whatever it is that you're going for, whatever program you're going for, let it come to the forefront. Also, I would say pay attention to what the program is offering. I know that what the program is offering may not be your dream. You may just want to jab back. So you just want to learn sweet things. So just pay attention to what the program is offering and try to incorporate it into your dream. Because you may come here, even if it's your dream program, I've seen that you may come to this dream program or dream university and you may hate it. So you have to make something out of the worst case scenario. I would say you really do have to be yourself, get volunteer experiences if you can. Another thing that tends to work in this our generation, so to speak, is building a portfolio online. You don't have to be a content creator per se, but shall be visible.
Yeah.
You know, like let be visible. Like don't be someone they have to dig so much to find you. Because if they can see you easily, then they can try to understand how you fit into the program or how you don't fit into the program. But if they can't find you, it raises a lot of doubts because they just have to take much more risk. So you don't have to be a content creator, but be visible. Once in a while, you can write something. You don't have to be like a certified writer, but write something, share your thoughts about the industry that you feel like you want to go into and let it align with the program.
All right, thank you. I hope that if you're listening to this, you've gotten something out of it. Anyway, going back to moving to another country, what was the hardest part about moving for you?
I think the hardest part about moving, it may differ from person to person, but for me, oh, sorry, let me check if it's still recording.
Okay.
Okay, it's still recording. The hardest part for me so far has been the language barrier.
Okay.
Because I live in, I've lived in Europe, I've lived in Italy and Spain, and both of them, of course, English is not a primary
language. Yeah.
So even though I'm lucky to have people that speak English around me, if I go into the city to buy stuff or just want to communicate, because many of them, their first language is not English. So they're trying to communicate with me. I would say that has been one of the hardest parts, just not being able to communicate. And sometimes I want to scream, I promise you I'm smart in English language. I just don't know the language you're speaking. So it's not that I'm dumb, it's just that I can't communicate how smart I am. And also loneliness of it all. Like I'm someone who I lived at home with my parents until I left home. So being alone now, like without them around, my parents and siblings, my friends, the familiarity of Nigerian food and Nigerianness, just the Nigerianness of it all. It's hard, but yeah, those are some of the harder parts of it.
So take me through the process of how you've dealt with like mental health issues, considering that you're really close to family and you probably have very few friends around now.
I'm also like someone that's very vocal about mental health issues. As someone I had been previously clinically diagnosed with clinical depression sometime 2018, 2019. I don't remember the year. So I'm usually very vocal about the fact that I believe that people should get help when they need to.
Yeah.
It's been, how have I dealt with it? I think I just dealt with it by trying to actually keep in touch with people that matter in my life. So my dad called me a few minutes ago. I talked to my parents every day. I talked to my sister. I talked to my boyfriend. I talked to my friends. I've had the same friends since uni. So thankfully,
that's great.
I had that grace of having people that I have always been in my life. But I understand that not everyone will have that.
Yeah.
But I would say, also even here, now that I moved here, I have my classmates that I'm really close to now. So I just try to make sure that I'm not alone, because I feel like loneliness is a deep thing. It's a thing that creeps up. You don't even know when it's going.
Yeah, actually.
So depression. So I would say and if you need help, if you do need like professional help, I know that there are like online therapists you can get. For me personally, I just stayed on ground by also talking to God, because I'm Christian and I strongly believe in God.
That part.
Him and everything. So when I'm like, it doesn't even have to be like a super deep prayer. You get sometimes I'm just like, God, I beg. 10,000 God, I beg. But yeah, that's really what it is. It's really hard sometimes. I'm not supposed to that. But the benefits do outweigh the downsides.
Yeah, actually. So have you had any experiences with racism? Because I live in China and it's been an experience in itself. Like sometimes you don't even know how to explain it, because it kind of feel like you're overthinking it. At the same time, you're like, no, they did that to me. So would you say you've had like experiences with racism?
Let me confirm.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. Uh, yes, I did. Honestly, I feel like I've been lucky. Everyone, I've not really had like bold. Maybe they've done it in subtle ways, and I just didn't
Yeah.
notice. Because normally, I mean, I'm not happy-go-lucky, but I feel like life is already hard enough. I will not add this one to my problems. So I did, but the one that was very clear was I went to Paris. I went to not just on a trip with my friends, and I went to a pharmacy to buy like my normal way. I wanted to buy like a retinol, like for skincare. And I asked the lady. My friend already told me because she lives in Paris, and she told me it was €5. But I went to the place and it was €15. And I was like, okay, let me call my friend. And then this lady was looking at me like, maybe I'm too poor to pay.
Ooh.
And she said something in French, and I was like, okay. And she was like an older lady, so and I
Yeah,
don't
you don't
understand
know what
French.
to
So this is
say.
another
Yeah.
like, communication that I was talking about. So I couldn't even see anything. I didn't even have any proof that she really said something because I didn't even understand it. But then someone, a younger person, a younger pharmacist, then came in and he was like, I'm sorry about that. He didn't even say what he was sorry for, but I guess he could also understand
Oh.
what had happened. And then he was like, then I didn't buy it at the end of the day because the thing was even not the price I was told anyway, and I was also just upset.
Yeah.
So I left the pharmacy eventually. And that was it. I did go back to the pharmacy the next day because I wanted to buy some other stuff, but that's like the one that was in my face kind of recently. But apart from that, I've not really had any negative experiences personally.
Yeah.
I haven't. At work, I haven't. I've had a great time so far. In school, I had a great time with my lecturers, my classmates. So maybe I'm just on the luckier side of things. But
Yeah,
it's been
thank
good.
God. Actually, thank God, because that's not something that you want people to experience just for the sake of experiencing.
Of experience. I'm really sorry that you had to go through this. I also
I
had
feel
someone
like at
that
this point, if you live in like a country like this, like China, I think that we get used to it. Like you just get used to it. It's not supposed to be normal, but because they have this thing, because it's a communist country and they themselves are so scared of their government, there are no like laws in place for foreigners or anything like that. So you don't even have like authorities to. If you got beaten today, yes, what are you going to do about it? Nothing. So it's just you just have to live with whatever, because I've seen my school send people home for small things like, oh, you said this to me as a teacher, cancel your visa. So in China you're steady threatened with, if you don't come to class, I'll cancel your visa. If you don't do what I'm saying, like literally last week they told me if you don't do sports, we're going to say you have poor attendance. So I went to do sports. Yeah, so it's just very normal. Like you're threatened every day, but then it's what it is, and you just have to. I think we think about like our parents are paying these fees, and a lot of us as Africans, you're like, oh, my mom will not understand that I just had to run to get that grade. Like, so I'm just going to do it anyway.
I'm so sorry. That's so fair. Oh my God! Wow, I didn't know what that.
It is actually that, but I don't think we talk about it enough because we are scared because of how they tell you that your like your conversations are monitored and all of that. So you're just like trying to be very careful with what you say. But well, that's that. And I want to know, like, between Spain and Italy, which is your favorite?
Honestly, I think I'm just generally very sentimental about Italy. I'm not even going to lie. Also because it was my first this was my first time leaving Nigeria to begin with.
Yeah.
I've never traveled. And Italy is genuinely a beautiful country. Like
I really want to live in Europe, and you're selling it to me, so I like it.
Honestly, I really think that Italy is a genuinely beautiful country. It was really nice because I didn't spend as much of time. I spent about 6 months.
Okay.
To the remaining I spent the remaining 14 months or so in Italy, so I have more of an Italian experience than I had this.
Oh, okay.
But both of them are genuinely beautiful. But I definitely would pick Italy. It's just so beautiful, and I'm biased. I'm also kind of sentimental about it.
What's your favorite thing to do in Italy?
What's my favorite thing to do here? Actually, that's a good question. I've never thought about that. I've never thought about that. I love to just go into the museums.
Wow.
Because we all know like Italy has a rich, really rich.
The churches.
Oh my God, the church.
I know.
Every church, it's like you hear that this church is like the massive grand one, but I feel like even the smaller ones, they're there's so much intricate detail, each and every like church that I've gone into. Here, even in the small town, especially in the small towns, I feel like the small towns have a lot of charm because
Yeah.
they are all, nobody's really like moving up and down. Or like now that I live in Milan, and everything is so hustle and bustle. When I was living in Navarra, it was a smaller town, and people just were very chill. My favorite things to do really are to go into the museum, the churches, and just to the cafes, just looking at people living their life. It's I don't know how to explain it. It's just a really gentle thing to do. I'm romanticizing Italy now. I'm romanticizing it, but I really do love it.
Is the pasta as good as they say it is?
The worst part about everything is that I'm not adventurous with food. So
Whoa!
comes here and I'm eating KFC.
No
I'm
way.
eating-
You haven't had like
I'm-
different types of pasta.
No,
Wow.
honestly, I'm not.
But I know you like gelato.
Oh, obsessed! I swear, like okay, that is like good. Yes, I can.
So
tell you.
that is good.
Very good. Yeah,
Okay.
not everywhere, of course. Because
Oh, of course, yeah. There's going to be those ones that don't know how to do anything but want to do it anyway.
But mostly it's great. Gelato is actually really good and good prices too for that. For the pasta and the pizza, I don't like pizza in general, even like regular Japanese pizza. So I
Okay.
didn't like the pizza,
Mhm.
but people like it. People genuinely really like the Italian pizza. But I'm sorry guys, I'm not the one. with the food stuff.
Desire is not the one to ask about food in Italy. You guys heard it, yeah.
Sorry.
Anyway, I want to know how you got into skincare.
Oh, how I got into skincare. I got into skincare sometime when I was doing my internship, like as a pharmacist, like after pharmacy, doing 1 year internship. I was in Delta State. That was my first time in Lagos, like for a long period of time.
Okay.
And somebody sold one Oriflame thing to me. I was just trying to help her because she was like a nurse in the hospital.
Yeah.
They were doing all this, sell something. So
Yeah,
I
all
was like,
those things they do in Nigeria. You have to
let me
sell.
just buy you. I need toner. Let's not be like that. No one supports my co-workers. And I used it for a few days and then I started just breaking out. Like I had never had that level of breakout before. I will have acne here and there.
Oh, yeah.
But I had really bad breakouts, and that was when I was like, okay, what can I try? And I remember I tried like something from Beauty Formula that just in the process of trying to figure out what to do with my skin. Because of that, then that's how I started just slowly trying more things. And I just became really interested in skincare. So I would say that that's like really where it came from. But even before that, to be honest, when I was in uni, I was one of those people that maybe I'd have a face which in uni was not common. Like,
Yeah, actually, it wasn't common in like uni or high school in Nigeria. Like you just like
At
you wash
all.
your face. That's all.
What's your face? So I remember that in uni, maybe I remember taking my dad to ShopRite. I wanted to buy also this beauty formula.
Yeah.
He actually carried me there, surprisingly, and he bought the thing. So that's how I got into skincare. It was really that 2017, 2018 that I had that really bad reaction that people, when I came back home, I remember I came back from like Christmas break or something. People were like, Nigerians now, what's wrong with your
What's wrong with your face?
And stuff. So yeah, that was how I got in, and then I got the cosmetic science certification from Beauty Therapy Institute. Applied for emotion, didn't get it the first time, applied again, but I was like, it's me and you. I'm going into that again. And then I applied again. Then thank you.
Wow. So what's the one tip you will share with people who are trying to get into skincare or those that think they're doing it right but they are not?
I would say that what's the one tip I would actually give? I would say first of all, if you're not using sunscreen, then I'm sorry, dear. I'm sorry. Let's change that.
Thank you for saying this because I went on a school trip. And because we had been in, like, I had, like, rubbed sunscreen from home, but we had been out for a while. So I was like, I was trying to reapply sunscreen. And everybody was just like, so you're one of those people? I was like, one of those what? And they're like, you're black, you don't need sunscreen. I'm like, that's not true. That's not fact. And they're like, it's a research, it's factual. And I'm like, no.
No, it's not. I don't know where this information comes from.
Please say it louder for everyone to hear. You need to use sunscreen, guys. Even if you're a boy, because boys believe that their skin is great without using anything.
I'm so confused. Like, where did all of this come from? Like, why do you think if you're a man, you don't need skincare? Like, I don't know, Sha, but the point is, you need it. And this, like that same researcher saying that said black people need sunscreen. The same researcher is telling us that black people actually do need sunscreen.
Yeah, actually.
And also, black people statistically tend to we have skin cancer. Because I also remember hearing a few years
Wait, plus a lot of old people that had never used any skincare product look like roasted potatoes when they grow older. I don't know if people don't see that.
I don't know. No, I don't know why people always say black don't crack in that way. Like, I understand that generally. Honestly speaking, to be fair, I know that because of our melanin, we have some extra protection. But melanin is going to give you a maximum of like SPF 6. And we're talking about SPF 30 to 50. So where are you going to get that rest of that from? Where are you going to get it from? Heaven? So no, everybody needs sunscreen.
Yeah.
Black, white, whatever race, whatever gender, male, female, you need sunscreen. Another thing I would say is that, especially because of social media, I need everyone to be careful where they get information.
Okay.
I don't know the solution to this problem because I realize that even like some of the most qualified people still say rubbish. And I say this with respect. I'm not even trying to be like shit.
Yeah.
Many people, I think dermatologists who say things like, don't wash your hand when you're having your bath. Only wash your armpits. And I'm like, why would you people, like, why are you afraid of soap? They say, no, don't use soap because it will irritate your skin. What soap are you using that is making your skin irritated? Like, what? Get a more gentle one. So I don't know what the solution is to this problem because I know that once you see someone plaster, dermatologist, pharmacy, esthetician, you expect them to do everything. But you know that it's just another profession. And just like every profession, there are bad, like people who don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, actually.
So just because you have the certification does not mean that
they know what they're doing. Yeah.
Yes. So that's another thing I would say. But also the final thing is ask for one thing, but I just want to add one more thing. When you go to buy products, please stop overanalyzing them. You are not a chemist, except you are a chemist.
Yeah.
So reading ingredients lists and killing yourself, and it's not the solution to the problem because ingredients lists are nice, but they don't tell you quarter of what you use.
Okay.
So try not to overanalyze products and looking for sulfate-free, paraben-free, looking for what is not missing. Because most products are generally safe to use, except organic quotes. Those people. But that's a topic.
Yeah, I've heard it. I've seen you. You're very vocal about that on Instagram.
I'm very vocal about it because they're causing so much havoc.
Yeah.
But that's not this discussion today. Just don't stress yourself.
So what would you say are the simple steps, like people that just want to do, like basic steps for skincare?
So the basic steps of skincare: cleanse your skin, that is wash your skin, body, face, moisturize your skin, and apply sunscreen. Okay. So what does that mean? In common terms, you need a face wash or a facial cleanser. Then you need a moisturizer, which can be a lotion or a cream. Then you need a sunscreen, which is a sunscreen. Those are basic steps. Depending on your skin type, you can get one for your skin. If you're feeling extra, which I love that, I love a toner. I really, really enjoy toners, and I think that even though everyone says they're optional, I find them to be very, very beneficial for hydrating the skin, for soothing the skin, for helping with skin texture, for helping with acne, depending on the one that you want. So I feel like you can add a toner if you're feeling sorry.
Okay, I have this question. There are so many skin influencers on Instagram. There are too many of them. Some people tell you like their steps are a lot. Other people are like I think this scares a lot of people. Plus the products they use are sometimes maybe from PR, so it's a lot of money. So people are like, oh, I can't go into skincare because I can't afford it because of the people they are listening to. So I need you to please suggest like certain products that you know that are affordable and easy for whatever skin that someone could have, and they're trying to also go into skincare.
I know that it's generally tough to find products that are affordable and effective, but there are a few brands I would recommend. And I will recommend a few specific products too, but one thing I know about products is that there is not one product that can work for everybody.
Yeah.
There is not one product in the world. Something I love, we hate. So we have to always put things into perspective. Brands that you can look at that are affordable are, number one, there's a brand called Crichton's. It's a UK brand. Crichton's is affordable, and most of their products I think are underrated. Like people need to jump on them.
Okay.
In Naira, it's anywhere from maybe 3K to like 5K, which I think
It's
considering that
fair.
you're going
Yeah,
to do that
that's
for
fair.
at least 3 months, 2 to 3 months, it's a fair price.
Yeah.
Then there's also Simple. Simple used to be really affordable. It's a bit steep now, but still not bad. Still under 5,000 naira for each
Okay.
product on an average. Simple is a really good brand. Their refreshing facial wash is one that I can recommend for all skin types.
Okay.
Their micellar gel wash is one I can recommend for all skin types. Those are face washes. Their moisturizer, if you have dry skin, use the Simple Replenishing Rich Moisturizer. If you have oily to combination skin, use the Simple Hydrating Light Moisturizer or the Simple Oil Control Moisturizer, if I remember the name correctly.
Okay.
Now, if you're for the body, a brand that you can use is Dove. Dove is so common. We all know Dove. We all use Dove. Just make sure that you're getting from an authentic source because there are a lot of fakes in the market because of how rampant it is. Dove body washes are phenomenal. You can get them anywhere from 3,000 naira to like maybe 5,000. They have lotions which also cost around the same price, so slightly cheaper.
Yeah.
When it comes to sunscreens, it's a bit dicey because sunscreens are generally not cheap. But I will say that no matter what, there's some sunscreens that I would not recommend, even if they look cheap. For example, for now, Dr. Rachel, Skin Doctor, Estelin, I would never recommend the brand. Disa, that's another brand. These are brands that I've been to that are common in Nigerian supermarkets in general, and they are like they look really weird. Like sometimes you can tell that just if you see it looks weird and it has something like SPF 90 plus just let it go. And it's like okay, just like let's be realistic.
Yeah.
It's not good. It's very like there's not enough information about this product. So
True.
if they are good, there's just no information about it. I'd rather like safe.
But if you're looking for good brands that are affordable, I actually have some sunscreens here, so I might just raise them up to show you since they are cocoa sheets already. I should have planned this better. But yeah, I'll just try to. Okay, so for some sunscreens, if you have oily to combination skin, these two sunscreens are great. This is the Biore UV Aqua Rich Protect Lotion. This is the Skin Aqua. I talk about this almost every day.
Yeah, you do talk about it a lot.
I talk about it a lot. I'm like, so these two are really good for oily combination skin, even in hot weather, even in hot places. For example, we're getting close to summer now and it's getting really hot. And Nigeria is always hot, so. And then we have this Skin Aqua Gold. This one is more suited to like normal to dry skin, but I think every skin type can actually use this. So this sunscreen, and these sunscreens are not expensive. They are Asian sunscreens. They are relatively affordable. They're Japanese brands, and their finish is so nice. Like really good protection, relatively affordable. They're all less than 10,000 naira and big sizes too. If you're looking to like just add a serum that may help to like brighten your skin, not bleach. We don't bleach here.
Not bleaching.
We don't bleach here.
Yeah.
So if you just want to hydrate, okay, it's still recording. Thank God for God. If you're looking for a serum that can just help to brighten your skin a bit, this Tiam Vita B3 source, I've gone through so many bottles of it. It's really nice.
Yeah. I know you talk about that too.
I talk about this too. So yeah, it contains niacinamide and arbutin, very good for brightening the skin. I have a lot of products, but they're on my shelf. So
thank you very much. Anyway, if you want to know more about all of this, you can follow Desire. I'm going to put her Instagram handle in the link below because she talks about a lot of like things like what you're hearing her talk about now. She talks about everything skincare, and she advises you on what to do, how to use products and everything. So you get the gist if you follow her. Anyways, Desire, thank you for hanging with me. And I just want to say, like, is there anything you want to say to someone out there that's listening and is there any advice you want to give anybody?
Is there any piece of advice I want to give anyone? In terms of life and life in Europe, I would say that you can literally, like, not to sound like a motivational speaker, but you can survive anything. And I mean, like, you can actually survive anything. Whether you're in a new place, you're not in a new place, you can survive anything. You can do great things. Because I've literally seen people now doing things that I thought were beyond my wildest imagination. The room I'm in right now, I didn't imagine being in some of them. So, and I'm not even started. Like, this is just the beginning. So I just want you to know that, like, push yourself, put skin in the game, put skin in the game. People are watching. My program coordinator told me that, one of the reasons they picked me was because they saw like my social media pages, they were able to
Yeah.
see things that I thought my blog was one tiny thing that nobody ever read.
Yeah, it was very, yeah.
You just need one person to see it, one person, and it can change your life completely. So that's about like life in general. When it comes to skincare, I will say be kind to your skin. Be kind to your skin. I promise you, my skin didn't always look like this. I know it looks really nice on camera. It doesn't even look like it did not look like this a few years ago.
Yeah.
It's been a long time. So you do have to be patient with your skin, and you have to be consistent. You have to be consistent with your routines, and with everything that is good in life, you have to be consistent and patient. So that's all I wanted to say. I could say more, but follow me on Instagram to see more.
Yeah, follow her on Instagram. Anyways, guys,
I don't have a YouTube channel actually. So yeah,
she does
same.
have a YouTube. I'm going to put everything. I know I'm subscribed to her YouTube channel, so I know she has a YouTube channel. So I will put everything in the description link. Anyway, thank you guys for hanging out with us and listening to this conversation. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, watch my videos, and follow us on Instagram, and follow Desire also. Subscribe to her YouTube channel. So till next time, guys. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much.